Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse. Hope you are enjoying your holiday weekend and all the festivities, maybe doing a little bit of crafty shopping. I do have a Steals and Deals video that I released. I will link it here so you can take a look at that, because there are lots of steals and deals this weekend. And of course, there is the Spellbinders Super Steal Sale. I'll also link that here as well. I am here to do a swatch with the new OLO markers. These are the new 32 colors. OLOs are alcohol markers, kind of like my Copics. So I got some OLOs up here, and I also have my Copics here. And right now at Picket Fence Studio, you can get the bundle for 15% off. This deal is good until May 29th. So I did the pre-order, but right now they're in stock. So you can order it if you wish, if you want to get in on the 15% off, because at OLO itself, bundle is sold out, and these are the brush tip markers only. So it's not the chisel, but the individual markers though, those are available at OLO. So let's get into swatching these beauties. Let's get started. Okay, crafters, let's get into swatching these 32 OLO markers. The bundle will arrive in a box like this. And here are the 32 markers. The connectors are right here as well. These are all brush tip markers, if I can open it. So it has the brush tip, the brush nib, okay? The chisel nib, you'd have to get that at OLO itself. But like I said, the bundles are sold out, because I can see in the box here, it's already in a certain order, which is nice. So I'm going to speed up the video here while I arrange the marker, because to do the swatch with the half, it's not easy. You just screw the two ends together with that connector. It's super easy, ready to go. Okay, crafters, so I connected pretty much in the same category number, but then there are just some that are singles. What you can do if you're like me, I like to keep them as groups, but sometimes it's an odd number. So they do sell these individual ones. I have a few of them, but not a lot, because once you add this part on, it becomes a very tall marker. It doesn't fit in the OLO box, but you can do this too, where you just have the marker by itself. So I have here a Totally Tiffany Terry Buddy bag, and I keep the tall ones. So this is like a single, meaning that there is a series, but then it has one left. So I'll put it in that type of thing into a buddy bag and go from there. Alrighty, let's get into swatching. For the time being though, I'm going to take this option off. And you can buy this at OLO in the supplies. They'll have a pack of nibs, and they'll have those little connectors. You can get a red connector or a white connector as well, depending on what system you want to use. Sometimes if a color family is very close, I'll use a different connector between them. So here are the 32 markers, 16 sets, 2 brush tips, 1 on each end. Yay! So I like how it doesn't take up a lot, like it's not 32, it's really 16. So before, I had printed out on Nina Classic Crest Solar White, and I swatched these two. That was on the, oh, this was the Crafty News video. I will link that video here. This one I've just printed out on Copic paper, which is Express It blending card. You see the color difference? This is a bright white. It's white, but it's just slightly a little bit more ivory cream. It's just a different shade of white, but this is a bright white. So I'm going to go ahead with the Copic paper instead, because this is what they recommend to use for their markers for best results. Copic paper, okay? So I'll put a link for some Express It blending cards so you can check that out too. Okay, crafters, I zoomed the camera down. I'm using natural light. So this is B02, Forget Me Not. Ooh, pretty. I'm going to speed up the camera. May stop in once or twice to just give you a comment on if a color is like really out there in terms of beautiful. I have like nearly all Copic markers, so if I see something different here, I'll let you know too. This is a nice shrimp tone. Like if you were to color something in a peachy shrimp color, it would be the OR 2.1. This is a very pretty color. It is like a green teal. This is something I haven't seen with a Copic marker in this color, okay? But it's only by itself. It's not a family. This is a very nice trio of greens right here. That's quite pretty. This is more of like a celery green, and then that mid and the dark. This is a very good trio. YG 1.2 to 1.6. Yay for that one. This wasn't moving me until I got to about here. So if you wanted to buy some of these markers, I would probably get this one, this one, this one. I don't know. This one is looking pinkish. These make more sense. This is very pretty. This is like a cappuccino latte look. These two look interesting. This is probably a great blend in with this set. Alrighty, moving on. These two are very far apart. This is definitely peachy. This looks more like that. These two together. Same thing like here. They're both a wisp of color. But this does continue down here, so let's see what that one looks like. There's a big jump between here and here. This is like, woo, jump. Is it for the pinks. This says peach blossom, but I don't see a hint of peach in here. But these two colors, quite pretty. That's a new color I haven't seen before. This is also the combination of blending. I'm very curious about this one, how this blends together. I need to color something. I need to color something. Let me color this hat because I'm curious about this colorway. As a matter of fact, I don't have this in order, so let me get it in order. Very easy to take apart. And now I have it in RV 1.1, 1.3, 5, and 7. So 1.1 and 1.3 are now on the same barrel. Olos you don't want to mix too much. At least for me here, I get like bleeding, so I don't want to mix it too much. I'm going to start off with the dark color first. Okay. Going into 1.5 now. Okay, going into 1.3. So my little snowman is wearing a very pretty pink hat. I see the blend between 3 and 5. And then 7 can be like your darkest. And let me try this. All right, this one here I'm not feeling. The lightest color, RV 1.1. All right, let me let it dry for a second. It's giving a nice little highlight though, isn't it? Sometimes I like to let the Olos dry a little bit because they don't have a filter, so they're a little bit juicy. I find that they're more juicy than the Copics. Look at that. It's already showing through. Then I'll come back in. Let me go with the 3. Okay. I'm feeling that. Yeah, they do blend actually. Just the lightest one not giving me the right thing, but the 3 and the 5. Good combo together. This is 1.5. Let me see. Now I'm seeing the ink pooling, so I'm going to stop. Ish. There. Okay. Not bad. Look at all that. Sometimes with it too, it'll continue blooming out, so you have to kind of let it dry. It is pretty. Nice, pretty pinky color, kind of like a Barbie pink. Ooh. Yeah, so that works. It does work. This is pretty. Alrighty, so these are the colors. This is the original OLO swatch. As you can see, I have nearly all 128 markers. So this will now fill in here What you're seeing here, just in the greens alone, we have this version of green. This is a nice addition to it. With the YG, which was great. I loved YG 2.5 and the 2.3. Now we have this colorway, which will fit in here. OLO hasn't updated this swatch yet, which I'm now going to wait and see if they'll add it, because these 32 markers can fit in here. The RV, it was only this. Now we have this colorway, which will fit right in here. And then the blue violet, this is interesting too. So this will fit in above these two, because this is BV 1.1, 1.2. It starts off as BV 2.0. Different shade of purple than what's here. And I guess they kept all their standard purples because the violets are fine. Just the blue violet, they updated with this range, which is a really nice purple anyway. Also, Sandy Allnock, she has her hex chart. She hasn't updated her hex chart yet. These colors are new. I will put a link for Sandy Allnock's website. And I will put a link for her OLO hex chart and her Copic hex chart. You have to purchase both of them separately, okay? These are not a free download. But it is worth getting because it shows you, like, if I wanted this color, what else could work around it in that family. She hasn't updated yet with these new colors, but I'm very curious to see how these fit into this. When I'm coloring, I like to incorporate both charts. Sometimes I'll just look here and go, okay, those. Other times I'll come over here and just pick from here. I just wanted to hop on real quick and do the swatch. Also, the best deal right now is the 15% off at Picket Fence Studio. So I will put a direct link for that, where you can get the bundle with 15% off. At OLO, it's not 15% off and it's sold out if you want to get the brush nibs. If you want to get the chisel, I believe that's still there, but I don't see a 15%. Individual markers, though, are available at OLO. I didn't see it at Picket Fence. But the best deal, that bundle, which is what I purchased. Okay, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below, including these fabulous charts. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Thanks for watching. Bye.